Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to go over a basic manicure. Okay, so I already have my setup in here. You guys are gonna need some hand sanitizer, nail polish remover. This is just alcohol to clean the nail, but you guys are gonna need lotion, cuticle remover, and cuticle oil. So now we're not gonna be doing any polish for a basic manicure. So that's why you guys don't see any polish here, but you guys are gonna need cotton, a nail file, an orange wood stick, nail buffer, nail clipper, a cuticle nipper, cuticle pusher, and nail brush, and lastly a hand bowl with warm water and a little bit of soap in there. So after we've done our setup, we're gonna get started by having your client and yourself sanitize your hands. Once that is done, then you guys are going to analyze your client's hands. So you guys gotta check for CAD, conditions, abrasions, and diseases. So you gotta make sure you check the palm of the hand, top of the hand, in between the fingers. If the client comes in with polish, you guys gotta remove the polish and then check the nails that they don't have any fungus. So my client doesn't have any nail polish. I can see that her hands are nice and clean. If your client does like to wear a lot of jewelry, you might want to ask him now to remove them. That way they don't get on the way later on. So now, first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask my client if they want their nails cut or just filed and shaped, and they decide the shape that they would like to go with. So my client only wants her nails filed. So now I'm only gonna be doing the procedure in one hand for now, but you guys can alternate the step. So we are gonna start on the pinky, working from pinky to thumb. When you guys file the natural nail, you guys wanna file from corner to center so that you guys don't create any friction and the nail doesn't break. It is something that you guys need to get used to because we're so used to just going back and forth with the file that just filing from one corner to center, sometimes it becomes easier. So I see that my client has her nails shaped squared, so that's with the shape we're gonna go with. Remember that there are 5 nail shapes that you guys can choose from, which is squared, square, round, round, pointed, oval. And I believe that's it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and even it out. So I'm just shaping her nails. So sometimes clients are gonna ask you, when you ask them what kind of nail shape they want, they're gonna leave it up to you, or they're really gonna be set on a shape that they already have. Sometimes they're gonna ask you, what do you think looks better? That's gonna be up to you to recommend the shape that you think is gonna look better for them. So now that I have my hand filed and shaped, I am going to apply cuticle remover. So cuticle remover, you guys can apply from the container. Just don't let the tip of the container touch the client, or you guys can create a cotton swab with your orange wood stick. Cotton, just fold your hand, twist it, and then you're gonna create the cotton swab. So I am going to apply this, and preferably over a trash bag, that way if anything falls, it can fall on the bag or on the trash can. So I'm gonna start applying, and remember it is cuticle oil, cuticle remover, so it is for the cuticle, not for the nail. So I'm just gonna distribute this, and then I'm gonna come back and kind of like massage it in. And then you guys are going to put the client's hand in the water. And I'm just gonna remove this. So while that hand is soaking, I'm gonna go ahead and file this hand. And usually by the time you're done filing, the hand is gonna be done soaking, so you guys can do the rest of the steps. And again, don't forget to file from corner to center. So now I'm going to remove the hand from the handle. So now I only want to remove excess of water. I don't want to dry the hand completely. If you guys dry the nails completely, when you guys push back the cuticle, you guys might scratch the surface of the nail, and you guys don't want to do this. So just remove excess of water. Now I'm going to be pushing back the cuticle. I'm going to go from from side to side. So I do have a cuticle pusher, and you guys do have a cuticle pusher in your kit, and this is just so that you guys start getting comfortable and pushing back the cuticle. Once you guys feel comfortable, then you guys can upgrade into a metal pusher, but for now, plastic pusher it is. So as you guys can see, I'm going from side to top center and then side to top center. And do small circular motions, pushing back the cuticle. You can do this as many times as needed. And as you guys can see, I'm cleaning my pusher as many times as needed as well. So sometimes clients are gonna have a lot of cuticle, sometimes they're not gonna have any, or just very minimal. And don't be scared to push back, especially with a plastic pusher. You will not hurt your client unless you're being very heavy-handed, that you're pushing with a lot of pressure. You should be pushing with light, very light pressure. All right. So now that I've pushed the cuticle back, now we're gonna go ahead and nip. You guys need to nip anything that lifted when you guys pushed back. If nothing lifted, then technically you don't have anything to cut. But when you guys are gonna nip, you guys wanna make sure that you guys use the whole flat part of the cuticle nipper, not just the tip. Because sometimes you just wanna use the tip and it creates little cuts that then it can be painful for your client. And go from one side to center and then to the other side to the center as well. Kind of like the same thing as when I was pushing the cuticle back, but with a different tool. When I'm nipping on the sides of the finger, I do like to push the skin down, the side of the finger down. I'm able to clean more that way. And don't try to nip like big spaces at a time, just go little by little. Go as many times as needed. You don't have to get everything the first time. Remember, you can always go back. If you notice that your cuticle is drying up, you guys can go ahead and wet it. It's gonna be a lot easier when it's moist than when it's dry to get rid of it. This is kind of like my favorite thing to do from the manicure. I can sit here and cut cuticles forever. All right, so once you guys are done nipping, you guys are gonna use your nail brush and you guys are going to scrub. So you're gonna put back your client's hand in the bowl of water and then you're gonna scrub in a downward motion. And this is just going to get rid of all the debris left behind in the nail. All right, my brush is going to stay in the bowl. I'm going to dry my client's hands now. So now I am going to apply cuticle oil. So you guys have a little dropper in your kit. You guys have the same oil. Just make sure that the tip of the container doesn't touch your client to prevent cross-contamination, and you guys are going to be fine. Make sure to always close containers because it's very, very easy for you to drop something and then it spills everywhere. And then you're not gonna have all of the supplies that you're gonna need. So lightly massage the cuticle oil into the cuticle, and then you are going to go ahead and perform a massage. So I do like to put the massage lotion in my hand to warm it up. I don't like to apply it on my client's hand and then go from there. So your massage goes from elbow all the way to the tip of the fingers. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna distribute the lotion first, and then you can go ahead and do circular motions. This is gonna be kind of like your thing. You're gonna personalize this to however you want to. You can do small circular motions, or you can do big circular motions. So your massage shouldn't be very lengthy, but not super short either. You wanna make sure that your client relaxes. You can turn the arm around, do the same thing. You guys can use your fingers to massage. Alternate your hands so that you don't get tired. And then I'm gonna go to the hand, massage the fingers. You guys can do circular motions to relax the finger. And you're gonna do the palm. And the palm, you guys can use your knuckles to massage. You guys can stretch the fingers out by pulling them. You guys can use your thumbs, massage the wrist, and do circular motions all the way to the top, to the fingers. And then when you guys are done, make sure to close your massage to signal the client that you're done demonstrating the massage. So now from here, you can just give kind of like a last and analyze your client's hands to see if there's any nipping that you still need to do. You guys can go ahead and clean the nails. If your client has long nails, you guys can go ahead and clean underneath the nail. As you guys can see, I am using just the cuticle pusher. You guys can use an orange wood stick wrapped with cotton, but then I feel like you can't really get in there, especially if your client has on the shorter side of the nail. If they have long nails, that you probably could, but if they have short nails, you won't be able to. So now what I'm gonna do, I am going to buff. You guys can do an oil buff, or you guys can just buff to make sure the surface of the nail is nice and smooth. So if you guys do an oil buff, you gotta make sure that you keep the oil that you guys already applied. If not, you can just simply remove it. To do that, you guys can use nail polish remover, or you guys can use alcohol to do that. So I'm gonna be using the alcohol. I'm just simply going to spray it and then wipe the nails down. And then I'm going to buff to make sure that the nails is nice and smooth for the time. By the time you guys apply nail polish, they will be nice and smooth. So when I'm buffing, I'm doing side to side. First the top of the nail and then the side of the nail. So I'm gonna refer back to the oil buff. You guys wanna do an oil buff if you just wanna give a natural shine to the nail. So if your client doesn't want any polish, or if it's for a male manicure, you guys can just do a simple oil buff and they're gonna be nice and shiny. Now if your client wants nail polish, you want to remove that oil, otherwise the nail polish it's not gonna be very long lasting. Okay, so I've already buffed, now I'm gonna clean again. And it will be ready for polish. Now remember, we're not doing any polish, but if you wanna do any polish, you wanna do your base coat first, then 2 coats of nail polish, and then your top coat. In your kit, your base and your top coat, it's called start to finish, so it's the same one, okay? So don't forget, if you guys have any questions, leave your full name in the comments to receive credit and any questions that you guys have. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.